You're listening to The Sizzle on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
You know who it is. You know what it is. It's The Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television. We are the hottest talk in the 219. We are the fire of the station, baby. We are everywhere you need to be because we are hot like fire, like chili pepper, like hot coals, like hot outside. But it's really not hot outside. You know what I'm saying? Jay, do you know what I'm saying?
I know where it ain't hot at. It's not hot in Halital. And I need to be in the witness protection program, bro. Because I tried to do a coup. I ran up there. Well, you know, I got two artificial knees, so I really didn't run. But I rocked really fast, holding on the rails, trying to go up the stairs. And, I got halfway up because then I got a little tired. But anyway, look, I'm taking over Halital. If I knew where it was. I was on my way. I went to the north side, though. I couldn't find it. So I stopped and got pizza.
All right. So let's get into the show. Let's talk about it. You haven't given us your reaction to the new quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Who do we get, man? Do we get Russell Wilson, man? I knew he was coming, man. I knew it. I know I hadn't. Had to take care of some personal business, man. I really hadn't been on. And I'm so excited because I know when you called me and said, man, we got to do the show, man. The Bears got a new quarterback. I was like, man. Whew. I'm just so excited about that, man. They got Russell Wilson. I know they had to give up everything in the farm, but that's all right. We got Russell Wilson. That's fantastic.
Not exactly. Not quite. We really didn't give
Deshaun Watson?
Russell Wilson.
It was Deshaun. Look, I knew in my heart Deshaun Watson wanted to come to be a Bear, man, because he really was playing them. And so with the Bears, especially with this defense, he got, we still got all our defense coming back this year. And with Deshaun Watson, man, we might be able, never know, might be able to go in the playoffs, deep into the playoffs. We got Deshaun. I'm super excited. So what Russell Westbrook? Oh, no. We could use Russell Westbrook, and he could play RP. Any of those guys would be fine, man. But just tell
you probably have a better shot with Russell Westbrook. But no, it wasn't Watson. It wasn't Westbrook. But we did get a new quarterback, and I think you're going to be excited. They call him the ginger hair genius. He is the man that puts the red herring in herring. He is the super fly that goes by. He is Andy Dalton.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Man, something's wrong with my headphones, man.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, when you said the Bears had a new quarterback, it came through in my headphones that you said it was Andy Dalton. I don't have my good headphones. Do I need to switch them out and put on my good headphones? Because I got my house headphones on right now. So who's the Bears quarterback?
All right, so Bears fans, if you don't know, if you've been locked up in the calaboose and you really haven't gotten the word, the Bears' new man under center, the one who's going to be taking a hike, is going to be your man, my man, Cincinnati Bengals favorite, Dallas Cowboys savior, the man that comes in and is going to run your offense because he was promised that he was going to be the head man. It's Andy Dalton.
Why? Why? Why would you pay $10 million to Andy Dalton? Why don't you just give Mitch he signed for $2.5 million with the Bills or something like that. Why don't you just give Mitch $4 million and run it back?
Oh, I'm sorry. So you didn't hear about Mitch? Then.
What happened?
Oh, Mitchell. I'm so proud of you, Mitch. The one thing I can say about the Bears is that they're spreading it around, and it's going to be prosperity everywhere because you're going to get to look at the NFL landscape next season and see former Bears everywhere. We don't even know where Cordell Patterson's going to be, but we do know that Mitchell Trubisky is going to be the backup for the Buffalo Bills.
Behind Allen?
Yeah, he took a one-year deal, about 2.5, somewhere around there, $2 million.
So
change.
he's got a better chance to win a championship, and he's going to be backing up with the Bills than what the Bears have.
And the Bills may match his skill set. And they said, hey, we welcome the challenge. You know, Jay, it's funny. We talked about this in some eons ago shows.
Yeah.
But we did say at some point, somebody's going to look at Mitchell Trubisky and say, I know what to do with him.
Oh, without doubt.
You know, I know how to use him better than they did at Hollis Hall.
Yeah.
So let's bring him in. I never thought Mitch was going to walk out the NFL, as some pundits and some people were he can never play in the league again.
No.
Oh, no. Contraire, Monfrere.
He's not Tim Tebow.
No. God, no.
He's
in
not
fact,
Tim Tebow, no.
he has a winning record. In regular season, postseason, he's 0-2. But he's got a winning record. He hasn't thrown a pick six in a couple of years. And he can run. He's durable. He can do the things you want done. And he might be able to spell Josh Allen on some of those days. But let's say Allen gets nicked up.
Yeah.
You put together a plan for Mitchell and, let Trubisky go ahead and do his thing.
Mitchell's a solid backup while he learns the NFL. I mean, you still got a guy who has not been – he's been in the league a long enough time now, but he had the wrong guy trying to teach him. You cannot have a PhD in calculus coming in and teaching freshman geometry. It's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's too many technical terms. You got to dumb it down for people to understand. And you need to be an offensive coordinator that can do that and not be so puffy about what you know. And if he can't do what you tell him in the terminology you tell him, and he's not a good quarterback. You're absolutely right. I think Mitchell Trubisky is going to be in a better system. It's going to be a durable, more than serviceable quarterback. You might actually see Mitchell Trubisky take a team and run them into the playoffs. Because Mitchell's not a bad quarterback. He was just in a bad system that wasn't meant for him. Now, here's the worst part about all this, right? You bring in ho-hum Andy Dalton. And he's not really Andy Dalton was ho-hum, but now he is. He's on the backside of his athleticism and his ability. But do you know since 2011, he has won more football games than all of the Bears quarterbacks combined since that time.
Wow, that's an amazing stat. That is now, honestly, no pun intended, no jokes intended. That is something that's amazing. Or does it just speak to the ineptitude of what's been going on in Hallis Hall and the fact that they can't even get a 4,000 passing rusher, a passer, or 5,000 rusher? That would be really nice to get a 4,000 rusher.
Yeah, well. Okay.
So, all right, let's look at Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton, at the moment, has some weapons. And I know Rich Sizzle's going to break it down some more.
Yeah.
When we talk to Rich, he's going to give us probably some insights of what Andy Dalton is. But let's just look at the weapons he has right now. At the tight end position, he has two bona fide tight ends. He has Jimmy Graham, and he's got the rookie. I think with Kmet and Graham, if you figure out what you're going to do, it can work. He has, at the moment, Allen Robinson. And maybe I really don't know what they're doing at the wide receiver position. And there have been some wide receivers who've come off the board. The one name that I heard bandied about was Kenny Golladay from the Lions.
Okay.
You bring him in as your second, your Y2, in your W2.
What, is he going to be better than Mooney? You talk about an old Kenny. You talk about an old, beat-up wide receiver now. You know what I'm saying? He's not what he was 2 or 3 years ago. And that's what the problem is with the Bears, is that they're bringing in names, quote unquote, like a Nick Foles, like a Andy Dalton. But these people are in the less than prime time of their years. I would have rather them, we'd have been screaming to high heaven, but I would have rather them went and got Jameis Winston for about $5 or $6 million. Because that's what he's making over at New Orleans. I'd rather see Jameis Winston in here for that money.
Do you really think Jameis would have come for $5 or $6 million?
He
would have been in the Bears.
He would have been there for 10. He'd have came for 10.
He'd have come for it would have been 12.
Do you want Andy Dalton or Jameis Winston running you? No, we always talk about the 30 for 30 Jameis because he threw those 30, but he did throw 30 touchdowns.
But okay, now let's look at Jameis too. I looked up a stat the other night when we always have our Dan Marino conversation.
Greatest
Do
quarterback.
you far from it? Do you know Jameis Winston is in a class of only about 8 or 9 quarterbacks who've thrown for over 4,000 yards in a season?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This guy, Jameis Winston, I'd rather have Jameis Winston in here as a quarterback. I really than Andy Dalton, because he has the big rocky cannon. He's still mobile. And nobody can say that Jameis Winston can't read defenses. Jameis Winston, though, just throws the ball all over the place, but he had to do that with Tampa Bay. He had to do that with Tampa Bay because of the offense that they were running. Now you got Tom Brady came down there and they start running Tom Brady's offense, and Bruce Arians took a step aside and the offense became not so much prolific, but it was serviceable because you were not throwing the ball into double and triple coverage unless you had to lead by 2 touchdowns, as Tom Brady did. But I digress. When you get Andy Dalton, the only reason why you get Andy Dalton is because now you're paying him half the money that you're paying Nick Foles to start. And now you have to find a quarterback in the draft. You have to.
So if you have to find a quarterback, what do you do? Do you still keep Nick Foles in the fold? No pun intended.
For $20 million? No. Why drop Fuller out of there, lose his money when you should have cut Nick Foles? Now I don't know.
Didn't we just talk about that in another show?
We did, but the issue is, and you got to bring it back now. When you're older, the money went. So what? Which one would you rather have on the roster? You'd rather have Fuller on the roster than Nick Foles?
Oh, I'd much rather. Now, you know what could be a Mac move, and I would give Ryan Pace props for this. If Ryan Pace were a gangster and he found a way to say, yo, we're going to cut you, Kyle, but what we're going to do is on the back end, let me get everything kind of straight here, and then I'm going to bring you back, long-term deal, kind of get your money together, but we'll be good. We'll bring you back. Now that would be gangster.
Yeah, but we don't have people like that. We got people making knee-jerk movements right now. I mean, knee-jerk. And the question is, like, what is the plan? We haven't heard anything about the plan. The plan.
What plan?
Because I'm gonna tell you what, and there's another person we didn't talk about, but we're bringing. There's a certain defensive lineman that you love.
Oh, there's a certain defensive lineman that the team loves. Okay, you play with. All right, so now let's just throw it out there. You done made Akeem Hicks man, because I know you did. I mean, now you done talking about you gonna trade him, you gonna get rid of his money. Okay, let's see how this Eddie Goldman thing works. And think you can just replace Akeem if you want to.
We saw what happened. We saw what happened when Akeem Hicks was not in the lineup. And you said this to me many shows ago. Akeem Hicks got to be in the lineup. I'm like, nah, poo-poo. What? A defensive lineman. Come on, it makes a difference. It doesn't make the other guys. No, Akeem Hicks makes your defense work more than Khalil Mack. I will put that out there right there. More than Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks makes it work up the middle. But all of a sudden now, you've cut loose your corner, and now you've told your best defensive lineman to go take a look somewhere else? I wonder where else Akeem Hicks might go look. Is there a certain place, because he can go where he wants to, that he could chase a ring? What about, there's a certain place down there on the opposite side of Mickey Mouse Land with a certain fella over there that could make a phone call. We talked about that in the other show. But he could say, oh, hey, how much money do you want? Let's structure this deal.
Well, all I can say is
Come
this.
on down. Can you imagine Akeem Hicks, Ndamukong Suh, those defensive ends, JPP, could you imagine that defensive line coming at you? Would you look? Here's the question. Would you find a way to free up the money to get Akeem Hicks down there? So now you got Akeem Hicks, you got Ndamukong Suh, you got JPP, and you got the other end who's just as good as JPP on the other side.
Well, what I can say is this. Is that if I'm Prince Akeem, I'm taking my Zamunda self, and because we know Wakanda's a made up place.
Yeah.
But Zamunda's real. And
True.
I'm coming back and I'm gonna do some things. Okay, You can play with me if you want to, but see where it's gonna go wrong for you. It's gonna go real wrong for you. Oh, buddy. Oh, you can
Please.
have Andy Dalton. You can have the ginger hair genius. Okay, put him with Zach Zaidman, and they can do a show together called Ginger on Ginger. I don't care what you do, but all I know is right now, you're in trouble. Yes, Bears Nation, the Bears suck, and it's nothing you can do about it. It is absolutely, positively nothing you can do about it. Your general manager is a tool. Yes, he is. He's a knob, a hammer. He is whatever you want to say in the toolbox. He's that. I don't know. He's a nincompoop.
He is. Andy Dalton has less losses than your Bears quarterback from 2011. How do you upgrade and downgrade your quarterback position at the same time?
Wow, bro. That's deep. No, seriously, that's deep. I mean, how do you upgrade and downgrade at the same time,
bro? This is what they've done. This is magic that they're doing right now. Look over here. The coin appears over here. This is magic.
You know what else is magical? If you have a chance, then you need to go and sign up for the Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio and Iron Skillet Television.
Right down
all
there.
You have to do is hit the button and then subscribe. And all you have to do is, if you like it, then share it with somebody.
Yeah.
But make sure that you're subscribing. You can find us anywhere. You find your podcast, anywhere that you find your good video information. We are on all platforms. So wherever you go, just look for Iron Skillet Sports.
Instead of your bad video information.
That's right. That's anything that has Ryan Pace in it now is bad.
Yeah, don't go look at. Look, you talking about bad video information. Ryan Pace. Yeah. If Ryan Pace shows up on your screen, make sure do not download Ryan Pace. It has a non-winning virus in it.
Yeah, all you have to do is look up hashtag IronSkillet219. We are the 219. We are the hottest talk in the 219. Right. We are the Sizzle here on Iron Skillet Radio, Iron Skillet Television, and we will see you on the other side.